Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I am back with a stack of my favorite historical fiction books. Like I said a couple of videos ago, historical fiction is one of my favorite categories because I love history, and what better way to learn it than through an engaging story. So I went around my house and found my favorite historical fiction books that I have read, and I realized that even though it's one of my favorite categories, I have read surprisingly few historical fiction books. So please, if you have any suggestions, leave me a comment and tell me what historical fiction to read, because I always want to read books on history. So I'd love suggestions from you guys. So I just have a couple books here. It's not a very long list of some good historical fiction. So starting off is a book that is a sequel or written by the same person as a book that I mentioned in my last video, and that is Mystery of the Roman Ransom. Kind of looks like the other book that was Detectives and Togas, and this is kind of another mystery book, so it sort of fits in both the mystery and historical fiction category, but it is about Roman children figuring out a mystery. But yeah, I like learning about at least Roman history through something like this, more of a historical fiction way, because it's not my favorite to just sit down and study. Some other historical fiction books that I like, Jaun de Pareja. This is a very popular one amongst homeschoolers because it is required in a lot of homeschool curriculums to learn about the Renaissance time and painters, and I think it is in Spain, and it is about an artist it's about a boy who was a slave to a painter, and the boy actually is an artist too. So he is self-taught, and it's against the law for him to be an artist since he is a slave. So he has to figure out how to keep his secret, and then whenever it's known, how to deal with that, and all the things that come with it. So this is definitely a very good book. I enjoyed it a lot. It has won a Newbery Medal, so I would recommend that one. Another one I just thought of that I don't have with me is Number the Stars. I thought of it because it also has won a Newbery Medal, and it is about Jews in maybe Poland. Don't quote me on that, but I think somewhere in there, during World War II. And they're escaping over the border, and I remember really liking that one. It's by Lois Lowry, so go check that one out. I'll leave the link in the description below. Another one that is an earlier time period are these diaries, which I've already mentioned in a previous video. They're the Dear America diaries. So this one that I picked up is The Winter of Red Snow, and it is a diary about the Revolutionary War, so in 1777, and a girl who's living during that time, and it kind of just covers the confusion of a child and how to just navigate this war that's going on, and the Tories and the Whigs, and how everyone's fighting. So these books are really good. I have a whole shelf of them. They just cover people from all history, girls, so I would recommend. I think there are counterpart diaries for boys, but yeah, I have all the girl diaries, and it's written in a diary format so you can see like the date and everything, but it's really neat to just be able to put yourself into the life of someone who was living in that time. It is a fictional diary, but still just to be able to feel their thoughts. I know there's one on the Oregon Trail, there are some on World War I and II, so I would definitely recommend those, especially if you have young girls who like reading historical fiction. And then another one of those, the Royal Diaries. These are just like the Dear America books, except they're not about America, they're about different royalty throughout the world and history. So this one's from 1553 in France, about Mary, Queen of Scots, and it looks like someone drew a mustache on her face. She has a mustache. But yeah, this one was really interesting. The Royal Diaries are very interesting to see the obligations and the stress that a royal has. It's not just all money and fun, but just the responsibilities that they have. So I really like these books, especially if you're going to be assigning books for school to learn about different characters. Those are really interesting. And then the last book I have is called I Am David. and there is a movie based off of this. And this is a story of a child in World War II. So he grows up in a concentration camp for 12 years. He's never left a concentration camp. And he does escape though, and then he has to cope with the struggles in this new world. And all he has is a compass, a few crumbs of bread, his 2 aching feet, and some vague advice to seek refuge in Denmark. So he has to figure out how to escape from these people who are probably still chasing him. And this book was really good. I liked it a lot, and the movie was pretty good, if I remember correctly. Followed the book. So yeah, that one if you like World War II books, which I love historical fiction on World War II because that's one of my favorite time periods to study. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel so you can know whenever I post videos next Saturday. So let me know in the comments if you have any historical fiction recommendations, and I'll see you next week. Bye!